Communicating about iReady to parents. Now, they do offer a parent report here under student reports. This parent report tells this parent report tells the parent how the student did on the test, not how they're doing on the instruction. But maybe you just gave them the test and you want to give to the parents how they did. You can run an individual report, which will run for one student, or you can run a batch report, which will run it for all of your students. So I want to run it for all my students for the winter 2013 tests, and actually here it says there were no tests taken. In fall though, all my students took the test. I can create that, and I'll click create report, and it will create my parent reports, which means for every parent it will create the report of how each student did. And let's see what happens when I open this up. All right, so you'll see it downloaded as a PDF, and it has every student's score on how they did on the test, where they should be, as well as it explains the math domains. Now, this is only in English, so if you were going to send it home in Spanish, you would have to do a translation, which actually you could do a broad translation of what it all means and then attach it to each one, because the information is the same except for how the student did on the math test and how they're doing in each one of those domains. Alternatively, you could actually sit down with a parent and talk to them. You could have the student log in and show their parent how they're doing. Because actually, I'm going to log out right now and log in as a student. When the student logs in, they actually will get to see some of the data of how they're doing on these lessons that they've been taking. So I'm going to select a subject, select math, and I can click on my progress as a student, and I can see, oh, I have passed 3 lessons. I can even look at the details of those lessons. I've passed 3 out of 3 lessons on numbers and operations. I've taken lessons on counting objects in a set, counting with one-to-one correspondence, and numerals and counting up to 10. And look, every time I pass 100%. This is some great information for students to be able to show their parents of what they're doing on the computer at school and how they are doing in their lessons. My start, I'm sure you've seen this when students log in. I just wanted to let you know that when you do create those extra lessons, students will actually see this as their individualized lessons, and they'll see a blue button that says start lessons for their extra lessons that you've assigned. So you can actually specifically tell students, go to your blue lessons today because we're all going to be doing this lesson. Or you can say, every time you open up iReady, if there are a blue button, I want you to click on that because those are extra lessons I want you to practice before you get started with your personal lessons for the day.